An explosive new biography of Prince Charles arrives Friday, confirming widely circulated but unflattering ideas about him, that he's pampered and self-pitying, that he's threatened by his son Prince William's popularity, and that he resents Kate Middleton's parents having more access than he does to his grandchildren, Prince George and Princess Charlotte. Rebel Prince: The Power, Passion, and Defiance of Prince Charles is an unauthorized biography by investigative author Tom Bower, who previously published biographies on Richard Branson, Tony Blair, and Mohammed Al-Fayed. Bower's book definitely comes in time to stir up controversy ahead of the royal wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. If Charles has a problem with being overshadowed by William and Kate, as the book attests, he can't be pleased by the spotlight now focused on his younger son Harry and his U.S.-born fiancée. Excerpts and accounts of the book's portrait of Charles have already been making the rounds in various publications, including in the Daily Mail, People, The Observer, and the Daily Beast. The Daily Mail headlines an excerpt of Bower's book, The Pampered, Petulant, Self-Pitying Prince. In the excerpt, Bower describes what a fussy weekend house guest Charles can be. Before once visiting a friend in northeast England, the Prince of Wales sent ahead a truck carrying 2 bedrooms full of furniture to be temporarily moved into the guest rooms that he and his wife Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, would occupy, Bower wrote. The furnishings would include Charles's orthopedic bed and linens, along with his own toilet seat and special toilet paper. Charles would also have his own organic food shipped in. Other accounts of the book's portrait of Charles come in People magazine and in The Observer, and they focus on his relationship with his sons, which grew strained during his divorce from their mother Princess Diana and which continues to be tense at times. In one story in the book, Prince Harry refused to hug his father, running up to him excitedly before stopping to tell him, "Mummy says I mustn't." That situation led Prince Charles to believe that his ex-wife was poisoning his children against him after their divorce. William and Harry also understandably had trouble adjusting to their father's relationship with his one-time mistress Camilla Parker Bowles. The relationship started before he married their mother in 1981 and famously continued during the marriage, leading Diana to tell a BBC interviewer in 1995, "Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." After Diana's death in 1997, the brothers had to cope with a continuing onslaught of public revelations about their parents' adulterous relationships, Bower writes, according to People. Charles's eventual marriage to Camilla, who became Duchess of Cornwall, didn't help. When staying with their father at Clarence House, the young princes preferred to use the servants' entrance to avoid running into him and Camilla, who reminded them of all of the hardship and heartbreak their mother endured, Bower writes. For people fantasizing about Prince Charles giving up the throne in favor of his more popular son, the book has some other interesting observations to share. It turns out that Charles is well aware of those rumblings, which is one reason he was especially upset when he was asked to postpone his royal tour of Canada so his son and new daughter-in-law Kate Middleton could go first, Bower writes. Charles saw Kate and William as the new stars and feared he'd be in trouble, Robert Higdon, the chief executive of Charles's charity foundation in America, told Bower. Charles has also resented being usurped by Kate Middleton's parents, Carol and Michael Middleton, and isolated from his grandchildren, George, 4, and Charlotte, 2, Bower writes, according to People and The Observer. It's been reported that William and Kate have chosen to spend Christmas with her parents rather than with him and Camilla. Charles's fears of being overshadowed by his son and daughter-in-law also prompted Queen Elizabeth's courtiers to try and appease his concerns in the early years of William and Kate's marriage by ignoring Carol Middleton during family get-togethers, Bower writes. When William heard that his mother-in-law was being snubbed, he became infuriated and then asked his grandmother to intervene. The Queen, whom Bower says never approved of Charles's relationship with Camilla, sided with her grandson and countered the hurtful snubs against Carol Middleton with an invitation to drive her around her Balmoral estate. She allowed a TV cameraman to film their outing, a gesture by the Queen showing that Carol Middleton had been fully embraced by the royal family, according to Bauer. But if Charles has been concerned that William and Kate were taking the limelight, Camilla has remained unconcerned, Higdon told Bauer, according to People. Camilla has also dismissed the presumption that Kate would be England's first commoner queen. Camilla has reportedly laughed that idea off, saying "That'll be me," Higdon told Bauer. Notably, the book also repeats assertions that Prince Charles intends to declare Camilla queen after his mother dies and he ascends the throne, according to the Daily Beast.